Here with Indiana Pacers GM Chad Buchanan in the Orlando bubble where the NBA is restarting its season. Chad, I appreciate you taking the time today.
Absolutely. Great to be with you today.
No doubt. And what's the environment been like for you there and the team and how are you – obviously this is an unprecedented situation. How are you guys handling it? How's the environment been?
Yeah, coming in, the league did a great job of preparing us, through a lot of meetings, Zoom calls of what to expect. But you never really know till you get on the ground and you're living it every day. And we're a couple days in, and I think the league, first off, has done an unbelievable job of trying to put everything in place to give us a chance to finish our season. From the travel accommodations to the protocols, obviously number one, but everything with our hotel. The facilities down here are phenomenal. The practice facilities that we've utilized so far, we've been in 3 different facilities, first class.
So obviously there were different concerns I'm sure you were hearing from your players and even you guys as a front office staff and medical staff and things like that. So compared to what the concerns were going in, how has it been just being there and visualizing everything and feeling everything compared to the concerns that you guys had going in?
Yeah, I think the biggest concerns were twofold. I think it was the safety. And, the second part was being away from our families. And, the going back to the safety part, I think, the daily testing, something we were doing, every other day in our market. Now we're doing it every day. Seeing, the Disney staff, I think that was a concern, like how much interaction are you going to have with the Disney staff who some are getting tested, some are not. And I think, that's been very, very good down here. I don't feel like I'm coming in contact with people who are not part of our team or part of the NBA or part of what's going on campus. I think so far, I think the safety part was the biggest thing. And I think guys feel pretty good about where things are at. Now, hopefully we can keep things safe and, everybody, following the protocols. And I think everybody's doing a great job of doing that. I see guys wearing masks everywhere and, keeping their distance the best they can. And any sanitizer that you walk by, you see people, using it. So I think everything that's been being done, it gives us a chance to make this happen.
And obviously the coronavirus has always been a health and safety issue, now that you're going into the bubble. But then one other aspect that's come up is also the social injustice situation across the country after the murder of George Floyd in May. And how have you guys as a team been able to kind of rally around that and what actions are you guys looking at, with your players and continuing to talk with your guys?
Sure. There's obviously a lot going on in our world right now. And I think the social injustices that we've seen recently have helped spark a lot of debate, a lot of discussion. Just talking with Malcolm, talking with Miles, talking with Justin in particular, I've learned so much in the last couple of weeks about stuff that I had no idea had gone on in our country. And stuff that I, wasn't exposed to during my education that I think has to be part of the next generation of kids being exposed to that to really truly understand how we've gotten to where we're at. And I think, some of our voices around the league, not just within our team, but around the NBA, it's just warming to see guys step up, know they have, a pulpit to get up and speak and communicate their thoughts and to help facilitate change. And we completely behind everybody on our team, but everybody in the league that's about peaceful protests and facilitating change.
But now when you look at the court and trying to get back guys, I know Malcolm Brogdon did travel with you guys. He's with you guys. Victor Oladipo as well. And he is going through most of practices and everything like that. How has it been like having him around and being around with you guys in this restart?
Sure. Well, Victor well. I mean, he's got a charismatic personality, a great positive energy to him that brings a lot of life to our team. And, we've adjusted having him. We started without him, then we kind of eased him back in. We had him. Now we're trying to go through this process here of restarting. So, I think for him, it's kind of been touch and go for, where he's at physically and getting acclimated with the team. And so our team has had to adjust kind of to be with him and without him, but his personality has always been there. And, like I said, his positivity and his outlook on things is very valued in our team. Obviously on the court, he's a tremendous talent. His body looks great. We've had 3 days of practice and he's played well. But for us, he's still recovering from his surgery. He's not 100% back recovered from where he wants to get to. And I think he's on track to get there, and we want to support him in whatever he decides, whether He needs to practice. If he needs to scale back, whatever he wants to do, we're going to support him through it because we want him back to where he needs to get back to and where he wants to get back to because he has big goals, as does our team. And in order for us to do that, we've got to have his back and support him. And we're going to be there with him through all this.
This is an unprecedented, restart of the season, right? Like the champion of this year, there will be it's going to be maybe the toughest championship ever, toughest playoff ever. How are you guys, how have you sensed your guys handle going into this unprecedented situation now?
I think Nate and our coaches do a great job at taking things like one day at a time. Whoever comes out of this, Orlando situation as a champion has overcome so many different hurdles. And, Nate has preached that this is set up for a year to be an unexpected champion. We just come to work every day. We take it day by day and focus on the task that's in front of us. And I think in a situation like that, if you try to look too far down the road, you're going to miss the little things that are important on a day-to-day basis. And I think that is the only way we've ever known to prepare. That's how Nate has always approached things. And I think that's why we've been successful in a steady team over the last few years. And for the team coming down into this situation, I think that's the best way to approach it is day by day. We don't know who our opponent will be in the playoffs, who we'll have on the floor in the playoffs. All you can kind of control is your approach and attitude every day and come to work. And I think through 3 days of practice, I've seen that. That's what our identity was when the season came to a halt, and it feels like we picked it right back up where it left off from day one. There's lots of things that is going to take a lot of luck with your health. How quickly can your team find its rhythm and chemistry again? What's your schedule look like? How do you handle not playing in front of fans? There's lots of things that have now thrown into the mix that could maybe disrupt, who could end up coming out of this as a champion. So I think our guys believe, hey, if we approach things the right way and we stay healthy and have a little luck, that, we're confident coming down here. We're not coming down here to punch the clock. We're coming down here to compete and play well.
Awesome. That's the only mindset you can have. Chad, I appreciate you taking the time and good luck in the restart.
Thank you. Appreciate it. You're the best.